So I wanted to go live real quick just because I felt like in the video that I did the other day, yesterday, I think it was, um, I didn't say, I didn't have a chance to say everything that I really wanted to say. Good morning, Free Handling. Is it still morning where you are? It's morning where I am. But I felt like I didn't have a chance to say everything that I wanted to say. I was getting ready for work and running around and doing some errands. So, um, I just wanted to talk about that real quick. So, I did say that I had been struggling with depression, and it's like this is not the first time. Um, Last summer was probably the first time that like it really affected me. Um, but I had really been struggling with it, and this time it took me down. I was out for the count, and I just wanted to share some resources with everyone. Hey, Jeff, I have a question for you about um, the hydroponics, but I'll ask you in a minute. But first, I just wanted to share some resources. And the first thing is just family and friends. I know that I had mentioned that I had a friend that was really supportive. And it's the people that are there with you that see you every day and they know your routine and they know that um, they know what is out of the normal for you, that they really start to notice something. And like my husband, my mister, he was so supportive. When I wanted space, he would give me space. And when I wanted to just, lay on his shoulder and cry, he would, was always there for me and wouldn't poke in pride. And then, like I know my sister, she had called me out of the blue and I was like, I don't want to talk. And she gave me some space. I think she recognized that. So I really appreciate my family and friends, my husband, my sister, and my other friends that recognize that. But for those that don't have those close resources that they can talk to, someone that they can confide in, there are other resources. Another thing that I really liked was the YouVersion Bible app. Hey, Healthy Homestead Chick. Um, the YouVersion Bible app, what I liked about that is it will actually read the scriptures to you. So if it was ever in the middle of the night and I was just, fretting and couldn't get any sleep or anything, I really liked that because it would read like the Bible scriptures to me and then I could, rest and sleep. And then if you absolutely don't have any of those other resources, there's always, you can look online and there are some free like counseling. Just even in my Facebook feed, there was something popped up about, virtual counseling. So there's a bunch of resources out there. And yes, I really do enjoy the YouVersion app. I use it for so much stuff, but I really like that. So I just wanted to pop on real quick. I'm not going to really hold anybody up, but I know that I was so preoccupied doing everything else in my video that I didn't get to say everything that I had intended to say. Hey, Rose's Way. Hi, how are you today? So, Jeff, my question for you is I did the lettuce seed in the milk carton, the Kratky version. And I think that I left the little bag over it too long because even once it sprouted, I left the bag over it. And that's why everything was going on. And I just wasn't paying it any attention. And it sprouted, but then it died. So actually, just the other day, I did it again. And once it sprouted, I did take the baggie off of that. So I think that that should help it. The hydroponics grow system that I was using that I have in my kitchen, that's working really well. The peppers never came up in it. But the lettuce, the two lettuce, they look great. And then the tomatoes, they look great as well. They are strong. The stems are strong and they've sprouted, and I've even thinned them. So there's only one in there now instead of multiple ones. So I will probably do a video on that, quick update that shows how they're looking. I'm really happy with that. And I've even been eyeballing a couple other hydroponic systems in Amazon. Hi, Nicole Grove. Thank you for joining me. Good morning from California. So that means it's what, 8 o'clock there? It's 11 o'clock or 11:40 where I am. Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that you could do that. Let's have the arrow. So did you find that it took your peppers a long time to even germinate and sprout up? I know with the other ones that I did, it felt like it was about 2 weeks and I still didn't get anything. So I took those seeds out and I did it again just the other day. But I really like the garden. I've been looking at some other ones. Okay, so then that's my problem. Once it sprouted, I did not give it air. I think I left that thing on there for feels like a couple weeks. So I went and did it again, and as soon as it started to sprout, I took it off. So it's off now, and it's looking good. Yes, 8:41 in California. That sounds right. I'm excited. Last year, I planted some. I got some of the whiskey barrels, and I planted some tulip bulbs and another kind of bulb in there. And then on top of that, I put in some mums. And the mums did really great over the winter time. And actually, just the other day, I cut the dead out of it, and there was still like some green foliage down there. So I didn't take all the mums with the roots and everything out. I left that in there since there was still some stuff that was looking green. But once I cut like the dead leaves off and everything, I realized that the tulips and the other bulbs that I had planted are starting to come up. And I think that was Wednesday or Thursday, and I looked at it this morning and they're looking great. So I'm really excited about that. I have some other bulbs that what I'm hoping to do is once the tulips come up, I can kind of fill in the empty spaces with these other bulbs that I have. Yes, the tangerine dream peppers. So I put those in the I Do hydroponic garden that I have in my kitchen, and they never sprouted. I only used 2 seeds, so I was glad I only used those 2. And they were wet and moist and everything, but they never sprouted after a couple of weeks. So just the other day, I went ahead and took those out and cleaned them and everything. And I did it again. So hopefully they should be sprouting. I have not checked it today. Like it automatically comes on and off. So I just need to check and make sure the water level is good. But I haven't checked them today to see if they've sprouted or not. You have a great day too, Rose. And I apologize. Kodak is right here giving me his toy and knocking into stuff. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, so I'm really excited about the tulips that I planted and the bulbs. They're looking great. I want to plant some more. The hydroponic garden is looking great. And even some of the stuff that I have in the greenhouse and the new lettuce that I planted in the milk carton using the Kratky system, that looks good too. So everything's looking great. I did kind of go dormant and forget a couple things, like just I ignored everything, but everything is looking good. Okay, cool. I just want to see, make sure that I'm doing that right. I do plan to get some pepper starters here in the house. So here soon. I know that I'm behind on the times, and I waited, like I should have did this a couple weeks ago, a month ago. But I am planning to get that taken care of, get that done. I have a bunch of pepper varieties that I want to try out this year. So I'm going to get those starters going in the house, in the greenhouse, under the grow lights and everything, which are working really good right now since I switched the grow lights that I have. And I ended up just getting the grow light that you had suggested, and that's working good. I got a pack of 4, and all 4 of them are going there in one place or another. So those are working really good. My aloe is not looking its best. I always say that it's alive, so I haven't killed it, but it's not thriving. At least I don't think so. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I think what it really needs is some real sunlight. But where I am, it's still very cool, and I don't want to put it by this north-facing window, which is the only window that's really safe from the dog. So I don't want to put it there. So I'm kind of just waiting for the seasons to change so I can bring the aloe out and have some real sunlight. My mister got the grow lights at Walmart, but Jeff did recommend like the kind to get with the right, I don't know, wattage. I don't know what you call it. But we ended up getting those at Walmart, got a pack of 4. He got those actually a while ago, and they're working really, really good. Hey, Coupon Gail, how are you doing? It's been a while. I have all the stuff. I have everything I need to get them started. So I just need to do that. So I am planning to hopefully get those peppers started here soon. I just need to get some motivation. But yeah, I really just wanted to come on because I know that I did the video yesterday, and after the fact, I was like, I didn't say everything that I wanted to say. I was headed to work and doing other things. Never really tried that method, used being in the car and talking like that before. But since I didn't get a chance to say everything that I wanted to say, I wanted to make sure that I came on today to say everything that I wanted to say, and show that there's other methods. You're not alone if you're dealing with that. If you're going through that, you're not alone. You have family and friends. Not every friend is going to understand. Not every friend or every family member is going to be what you need in that moment. But I know that for the ones that were there for me, like I had mentioned, my husband, and I have another close friend, and even like my sister was giving me space. I appreciate all of that. Really, really appreciate all of that. Like I've cooked probably 4 times. And my husband hasn't even said anything. He hasn't been like, what are you going to cook? He's just been like, what do you want to eat? What do you want? Are you hungry? So I really appreciate that. And I'm going to get back to cooking, because he's probably like, I'm ready to eat some real food. I like the 4 meals that you made, but I want more. Okay, give me the toy. You're done. Yes, having a good support system can be like night or day. It can make all the difference. It's really important that if you're struggling with something, that you don't stay down, that you don't, put yourself in a closet and you're away from the world and away from everything. And then your thoughts are just running loose, and you need that support system, someone to help keep you in check, but someone to also make sure that, you're eating and you're sleeping and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing to take care of yourself. So when you do have a good support system like that, it just means the world. And I have no idea how special that is. Jeff, in case you did not see Freehandly Made. And I think the weather does not help at all. In where I am, the skies are gray and it's cold, and it means a difference when you can go outside and have some sunlight and, just have some fresh air. This past week here in Indiana, I think there were 3 or 4 days where like the temperature got up to 67 degrees, and that was nice. Today, I think it's only in the 50s, but it's still pretty nice. So I do have a couple of outdoor things that I'm planning to do so we can start getting started for spring and getting our landscaping done. My mister had asked if I would wait for him to start doing some of the landscaping stuff, but I'm so excited that it's warm out, or it's warmer outside. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait until he gets home to do it. I can definitely see that. I don't know where you are, Freehandly, but here I'm in Indiana, and we definitely get all of the seasons. We definitely get all of that. And it's really not, I'm not going to consider it's going to be warm until it's like in the 70s, 75-ish. And that's probably not going to be at least until May or June. So we still have some cold weather coming up. And even though it's March, we always say that, winter's not over yet. So the gray skies, and then especially with Corona and being shut up in the house and everything, it just doesn't help at all. I agree. Definitely does a lot. You're in Montana. I've never heard that before, Jeff, but I can see how that would make a difference. Having green and not gray or brown or anything like that, I can definitely see how that would make a difference. I actually have a couple of house plants, and I have to say I really enjoy having house plants. I've never been an owner of plants before, or when I would like bring a random plant home, it would die, and I would always give it to someone at work to revive it and take care of it. And I'm like, that's your foster plant now, just take it. But I have 6 just around here where I am. And I love them. Being my mister, we're taking care of them. And he's like, did you water them? I'm like, yeah, I watered them, and all type of stuff. So I really enjoy having the plants around and everything. I can definitely see that. I agree. It is good medicine. And you guys cannot see this, but this dog is handing me every single toy he has. And I keep taking them away from him and putting them over here. And he goes and gets another one. I've got 5 over here because he thinks it's time to play. all of the ones that I have gotten have been medium to low sunlight because, like I said, we have a north facing window, which is really the only window that's safe from Kodak. I wouldn't trust any other window because it's kind of like out of sight. So it would be easier for him to get into it. So this is the only one that we can see. And it just doesn't have a lot of light. It's cooler. So we've gotten like specific plants that are medium to low light. I have a snake plant right here that is doing really good. I have I don't know the name of it. I don't know. But I have a couple other ones. I know one is a Corythium. I want to call it a prayer plant. And then a rainbow plant. That's what it was, or at least that's what the packaging said. But those are all, they do good. Like I water them twice a week and they're good. I haven't done anything. About once every other week, I'll cut a couple dead leaves off. But other than that, like they're alive. They've been here and they're alive. Hey, Her Healthy Home. Hey, Gardening Cocktails with Joy. Yes, he wants to play. He sees me here and he wants to play. But I keep taking him away because he plays rough and he's hitting me and bumping me. So I keep taking him away and he goes and gets another toy and brings it right back. Enjoy your birthday party and thank you for joining me. I really appreciate this. Have a wonderful weekend. But for those that had just joined in, I had said that the video I did yesterday about what's been going on with me and where I've been, I was running around and doing some errands, and I really didn't get a chance to say everything that I had intended on saying. So I wanted to just kind of touch base on that. And I had said one thing that I really liked as far as resources and having a support system was my husband was absolutely great. He would give me space when I wanted space, but he was also there to comfort me when I wanted to be comforted, and he didn't poke and prod. Another resource that I really liked is that I was using the YouVersion Bible app. And what I liked the most about that is that it would read the Bible scriptures to you. So when I was falling asleep or when it was in the middle of the night and I didn't want to turn the light on and, read the Bible or anything, if it was in the middle of the night, I could just pull that up and, just have those scriptures and that word, listening to that and be able to fall asleep and calm down and be able to rejuvenate that way. So those were the resources that I really appreciated, having family and friends that were there to support me, and then also that Bible app. But for those that don't have that, there are also resources online, or like I even went to a couple doctor visits and they were virtual visits. But if you don't want to go outside the house, there's a bunch of online resources and stuff like that that people are willing to help out. I have a Android Her Healthy Home, and it's called, well, when I click on the little app thing, it just says Bible. But when I open it up, the name of it is YouVersion. Kind of see it up in the corner is YouVersion, and it has daily reading plans. I'm even doing a plan where it's like read through the Bible in a year. So I like that. And it has other reading plans that if you're specifically looking for something that it could help you out with. But what I really, really like about it is, hey, Homestead Aquarius. What I really, really like about it is that it reads the scriptures to you. And if I'm unable to, if I'm driving in the car or if it's the middle of the night, I really like being able to still have those scriptures read to me. I encourage you to check it out. Let's see what else has been going on. I've gotten a bunch of bulbs, so you guys let me know what I need to do. Me and Mr. We think that we need to pitch it all. So I planted some garlic out in the garden last September or October. When we got hit with all the snow and everything, Kodak got moved a little bit closer to it. And he has officially owned that container that the garlic is in. Like every time he went outside, he peed on it. He had to let all the dogs, the squirrels, whoever was going by that container know that that was his container. So me and my mister were like, we should probably pitch all the garlic out there because nobody wants pea garlic. So, like, do you agree? We need to pitch that garlic, right? Like, it's no good. But my local Lowe's, they have all the bulbs out now. And actually, I plan on going by there today. And bye, Jeff. Thanks for joining in. I will send an email, probably send an email with some pictures to make sure I'm doing it right. So thank you. But our Lowe's has a bunch of bulbs out. So I have asparagus, I have potatoes. I went ahead and got some more garlic just because I didn't think that it would be good. Her healthy home says it will be fine. I don't know. You didn't see, like I said, he owned it every single time he went outside. That was his spot. He hasn't been doing it so much now that all the snow is melted and everything. So I don't know if an animal was going close to it, but he had to let everyone know that that was his garlic. But yeah, me and Mr. were like, we need to pitch that because it's no good. But I do have a bunch, and actually, I will. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this weekend or maybe next weekend, but I have a couple grow bags that I wanted to do the potatoes, more garlic, and I had wanted 3 for something else. So maybe I was going to do multiple varieties of potatoes, but I had wanted to start those in a grow bag on our patio. I also have my tulips that are coming up that I kind of talked about earlier that I'm so excited that they're coming up. They are looking great. And then I have this. I got it at Menards last year, and I actually just found it. But it has 4 different types of bulbs, and it says the purple collection, so like everything was by different colors. It has tulips. I can't pronounce all these. I'm not even gonna try. Alum and 2 other ones. I don't know. But what I was gonna do is once the tulips fully came up, because I know I have like some empty spaces around it, I was going to plant those in the empty spaces around the tulips, and then that way they can come up again next year. I bet that is a healthy garlic patch. Yeah, it's gonna be real healthy. Nice and fertilized. The urine might change. The garlic will be okay. Okay, that helps. We're beginners. We didn't know. I'm glad we didn't do anything else with it, but we had officially counted that garlic out. But that is a good point. The chicken manure has pee in it. Nope, that's exactly what I needed. Thank you. So that's what we have going on. I do plan to start some pepper seeds, some pepper starters here in the house here soon. Other than that, that's really all I can do right now until for another couple of weeks until the weather really breaks. It's too was it undependable right now? So that's what I can do. And the Hydro Garden, I don't know if you caught this or not, but the Hydro Garden is looking great. I like it so much. I've even added a second one to my Amazon cart, trying to drop some hints for my mister because I like it so much. Yes, I'm gardening again. I am not going to give up. My plans are to keep it small, but I think my mister is just as excited as I am, and he's added a couple of things to my original list, so it's grown a little bit bigger. But with that being done, we also have talked about expanding the garden. So there are a couple of things that I'm just going to leave on the back patio, like the grow bags. And then we were talking about getting a couple more raised beds for the yard. And then I have a section over by the house that I've never really figured out, on the other side of the house, that I've never really figured out what I was going to do with it. And I think that would be a good place for the asparagus. It is pretty close to Kodak, so I wouldn't be able to utilize 100% of that space just because I don't want him to tear it up, which he will. But I think that would be a good place for the asparagus. Gail, I hope you get to feeling better. Take some time and rest. Let your body rest and heal up. As much as I would mentally love chickens, it would be night and day me actually having chickens. You know, I'm a scaredy cat. I wouldn't go out there. I wouldn't do anything with them. But mentally, I'm like, yeah, I'm a chicken girl. I can have some chickens. But I think that's all I have going on. Yes, Kodak would eat them. He would chase them. He would eat them. You can't trust Kodak. Kodak is not to be trusted. If he is not within your sight, which he's right here, you can't trust him. But yeah, I think that's all I have. I'm not going to keep you guys for too long. I'm going to run out to Lowe's, and then I have a couple of things that I want to do out in the yard. We've got a bunch of mulch in my truck, so I want to at least start putting that mulch down. This is the section of the house where I really didn't know what to do with it last year. And using tips and suggestions, we covered it up with cardboard, the weed resistant tarp, and we did all of that stuff with it. So we got a really good deal at Walmart. It was $2 a bag. So we stocked up on mulch. So I want to at least start putting that down. My mister decided to name him Kodak. I'm not sure where he got the name from, but that is his face, or that is his name. We have our little dog here whose name is Chewy. And then a couple years ago, we had another dog that died, and his name was Han Solo. So me and my daughter, we wanted to name Kodak Luke. Mister didn't like that name. And at the time, Kodak was going to be his dog. Kodak was going to be his dog. So he got to name Kodak, and he went with that. I think Kodak has kind of turned more into my dog. I don't know. We haven't really had that conversation, but that's what I think personally. But I still have not ruled out the possibility of getting another dog and naming him Luke because I want to keep with the Star Wars theme. Thank you. It actually feels good to be back. I had been watching videos and I had been, catching some of the lives, but I just didn't say anything. And then when I would want to say something, hi or whatever, that's when, like I start getting back into my hole. And there were even a couple of times where even to like say like thanks or nice video, like I would break down into tears. It was ridiculous. But I had been catching everybody's videos and catching in on some of the lives. I just was not saying anything, but I was thumbs upping. So. Thank you. And even just doing this has really cheered me up. So like I said, I really appreciate you guys. And yes, we love the Star Wars theme. We are a big Star Wars family. We're also into Marvel and some other things too, but we're a big Star Wars family. And when we got Chewie and Han at the exact same time, and Chewie's name was always Chewie. And when we got Han, his name was Keelan, and we adopted him. We did not like that name for a dog. So we named him Han Solo. And that was his name. Like, I'm like, that's his name. You guys can't call him anything else. His name is Han Solo. And he was a sweet, overweight little Shih Tzu too. And he died a couple of years ago. And around the time like we were all, quarantining and being home and everything, our daughter randomly decided she wanted a frog. And we were like, no. So we were like, we kind of want a puppy. And Mr. was like, yeah, I want a puppy too. He's not a dog person. So when he said he wanted a puppy, we jumped on that. Like me and my daughter were like, we're getting a dog. We're doing this today now. So we moved really fast and got Kodak. He is a handful. Hey, Eco Neighbor and Proverbs 31 woman. Yes, it is very real. It's something that can't be taken lightly because unfortunately, it just kind of, you continue in your hole, in your dark hole, and it can spiral out of control. So you want to make sure you have someone there to talk to, someone that is there for you, even if you don't want to tell everyone what is going on. At least make sure you have one or two people that you can confide in. Haunted forest manager. Yes, I get teased that I'm a nerd, but we really do enjoy Star Wars and a bunch of other things. We get a kick out of it. Thanks, Her Healthy Home. But thanks, guys. That's really all I have, and I do appreciate you. I am really planning on posting some more videos. I've had some on my phone. I just haven't uploaded them or anything. So I will hopefully get that done either today or tomorrow to be able to upload a video. But I really appreciate you guys and thank you. Have a wonderful day. Nice to see you too.